I'm so glad to get to tell you all we are in New Hope, Alabama, and there is a marvelous quilt show today. This is an annual event, and this year's, does it always raise money for the library?
Yes.
Always raises money for the library. Can you tell us a little bit about this beautiful quilt?
This quilt is very old, not sure of the date, but it's very old. My friend Luann purchased this in Tennessee at a quilt show, and she loved it. Her husband loved it because it's a Masonic quilt.
And we are in a Masonic lodge.
And we're in a Masonic lodge in New Hope, Alabama. And it is very intricately stitched. It's got beautiful embroidery on it, some applique, and it's just an incredible quilt.
Well, this is such a treat to get to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are at a quilt show in New Hope, Alabama, and tell us the pattern of this quilt.
This pattern is called a Cathedral Window, and it has many, many pieces, a lot of intricate work.
All hand, of course.
All handmade and hand-stitched. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful
Can you show us
quilt
the back of it
with
again?
lots of color.
Oh, what a lot of love went into that.
A lot of love.
Thank you so much. We are at this wonderful quilt show to raise money for the library in New Hope, Alabama. And this quilt is owned by this cute girl we're talking to. Tell us about this.
This quilt is my smallest one in my collection. I found it at Ripavilla when they had a market on the lawn.
What is Ripavilla?
Ripavilla is a beautiful mansion, historic mansion that's in Spring Hill, Tennessee. And once a year they have a beautiful antique and vintage market out on the lawn. And I have been fortunate enough to go the past 2 years. The first year I went, I found this little beauty. And they have a preview party, so many of the quilts were already sold, and I walked up and I looked a little pouty when they said no quilts, and I spotted this little gem, and it's probably from the late 1800s. It shows some wear and some age, but you would too if you were from the 1800s.
Absolutely.
And it's just the sweetest little quilt, and it's got the dark stitching on the back.
How wonderful. What
And
a
it's
treasure.
all made by hand.
Thank you so much. Do you know the name of this pattern?
It's a star.
Star. Oh, duh. Hello. Thank you. Bye. We are in a small town in North Alabama. It's called New Hope. And they are having a charming quilt show today. It's in 4 different buildings in this small town. So the town is full of quilts and the Methodist church. Can you tell us a teeny bit about these?
Yes, these two are called Grandmother's Flower Garden patterns. They are my favorite quilts. I love that pattern. I have several of Grandmother's Flower Garden. This one is probably from the 30s.
Would that be 1930?
Yes,
Okay.
1930. And a genuine Grandmother's Flower Garden quilt should have a yellow center, and then the flower goes out from that. And if it has this part, this green,
Yes.
that is considered the fence.
Oh, lovely.
So this flower garden has the fence running through it.
Well, that is beautiful, both of them.
This one is a little newer. This is probably from the 40s or 50s.
Yes.
And it has the same yellow centers. but it does not have the fence. We don't consider this the fence. That's still part of the flower.
Okay, interesting, okay.
The fence would be smaller, like a smaller
These kind of little diamond
square.
shapes.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Enlightening. Appreciate it.